Good morning, Mrs. Cook.
Good morning, Miss Shirl.
Okay, it's a beautiful day. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Okay, how are you doing? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling okay. Kind of, you know, same problem.
Well, is it okay to talk about those problems? Some of the issues that brought you here today? I see here in my notes that you had a DUI arrest about a month ago, um, and you're currently in therapy for that DUI. How have you been holding up? How have you been making it?
I've been doing good because, I want, like, to change my way of being and stuff. And then I think it's because the reason why I got that DUI is because of the recently problem I had with the husband. I divorced my husband of 20 years because he used to beat me up and the kids also, and I thought that it was kind of not a good environment for me, like, to raise my kids.
So I get that. Um, you're in a very, you were in a very, very contentious relationship, and you've experienced trauma. You and your children have experienced some trauma here in your life recently. How has that experience affected you?
It affected me to the point that like I said before, I started drinking and thinking that I'm like not worth myself. But I know, like, when I was a kid or before, I used to be very, very good. It used to be very good. So, and I didn't want, like, my kids to, like, grow up and then to suffer from that relationship with my husband.
Okay, so now where you are with your husband is you are divorced. I understand you said you're divorced, and you're now living with your children away from your husband. Is that true?
Yes, because I kind of figured that that's better, but at the same time, I kind of lost parental rights to my kids because I was found, like, driving and drinking, and I was pregnant also. And when I look at it, and I was like, oh, this is not good because I was pregnant and I didn't want my kids, my unborn baby, to come out having some problem, and I know I'm not financially stable because currently I'm unemployed.
So you were driving, and you were pulled over by the police department, and you were drunk. Were you drunk? And at that time, how far along were you in your pregnancy?
I was, like, let's say probably 6 to 7 months.
Okay.
Six.
And what I'm hearing from you is you felt that by being drunk you were neglecting yourself.
Yes, I was neglecting myself, and it's not my way of doing, because I grew up in a very, very great family. My child, like, despite my father used to drink, but not that much, and my mother was a very housewife, and I kind of lapsed because of the divorce, and I'm thinking that what am I going to do? I don't have no support from my husband's side, and I'm thinking that, oh, okay, this is a way for me to get away with my problem. It was drinking, and it was so selfish of myself not to think about my unborn baby.
Okay, I get what you're saying. You feel very guilty about drinking while you're pregnant, but from what you're saying, I get to understand that you felt that that was one of the few things you could do to bring you some type of relief with the divorce and the situation that caused the divorce. Okay, and so now, what do you think? What changes would you like to see come out of our sessions?
Personally, I think that I would like to stable myself, like, stop drinking. I know I'm not gonna go back to drinking because I want my baby to born healthy, and also I want to get back my other 4 children, and I'm currently going to AA, so to see how I can also like get myself out there, go back to school, and get a better job to help my kids and get them back, because that's what I want. I want to get back my kids and provide for them, and I want them to feel proud of their mother.
That is wonderful. So what I'm hearing is you went through some stages a while back. These were some very, very traumatic things that you went through, divorce and abuse. Those things are traumatic.
Yes.
For a while, you did try to drink to soothe some of those issues and do away with the problems, but you find that you found a little bit more yourself in a little bit more trouble. So where you are now is you're in AA, or you're getting ready to attend AA?
I'm getting ready to attend.
Okay, beautiful. So you are going to attend AA, and this you would like to do in hopes of reestablishing yourself, getting a job,
Yeah.
and being more attentive to the children. Okay.
Yes.
That's beautiful. It's sometimes you don't find people realizing those things, and so to have you realizing that you need help, first of all, is great, and the fact that you made steps to go and get that help is just wonderful. And I understand that you yourself see the need to do that, and that's just great. That's just great, Miss Cook.
Yeah, I guess, and I wanna like be a great asset to my kids, like where they won't have like nothing bad to say about the mother.
Oh, okay. So, your children, you're very interested in about how the children see you as their mom. You're very interested in about what type of mother you want to be to your children, and you do see a problem with the drinking.
Yes, because I don't want like them to make the same mistake I made, because if they do, it's gonna like hurt me a lot, because I'm gonna think that I was the cause of them making that mistake in their life. I just want them to go and then make something out of themselves.
So how have you been surviving so far without work?
I like the system, have helped me. They have helping me like go to school and looking for a job. So this is how that I want to show the people, also society, that I want to change to get my kids back, and also who else can make good, better education for my kids than I. So that's what I want. I want them to see, I've tried my best to give them the best.
So you are actively seeking employment, you're actively seeking counsel, and you're putting yourself back in a position where you could be a responsible mother to your children, and make a way for yourself independently of your husband.
Yes, because right now I don't want the children to grow to like that traumatic, stuff. It's they can always have a relationship with the father if they want, but it's not me who's gonna stay a part of this. But at the same time, like I don't want them to like relapse.
Beautiful. So you are at this point going about your life independent of your husband. You're taking care that your children are not going to grow up in that type of environment. And so you've come a long way from that DUI arrest. That is great.
Yes, now I feel like, I can able like to help myself. I don't feel worthless. Like before I used to feel worthless, but now I feel like it kind of boosts my self-esteem. It kind of says, I can go further. It kind of gives me the strength and the courage to go forward.
Okay, so when is your first AA meeting?
I think it's Friday, next Friday coming.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll schedule an appointment for next Monday. We will keep up with the progress. And thank you for coming in today.
No problem. It was a pleasure, Miss Cheryl.